Vladimir Putin today warned that, if the US deploys intermediate-range missiles in Europe, he will target the countries that host them. He made the comments in response to Donald Trump's announcement at the weekend that he wants to pull the US out of the 1987 Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces (INF) treaty, under which both countries got rid of medium-range missiles. Trump said he wanted to pull out because he believes Russia broke the agreement by developing the Novator 9M 792 missile, which is capable of striking Europe at short notice. Putin said Russia has not broken the treaty and accused the US of violating the agreement. The Russian president said he hopes to discuss the issue with Trump in Paris on the sideline of November 11 events marking 100 years since Armistice Day. On Monday, Russia said it will be forced to respond in kind if America pulls out of a key nuclear weapons treaty and begins developing new missiles. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov spoke out after Donald Trump threatened to quit the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty on Saturday, accusing Russia of violating it. If the US and Russia make good on their threats, it would mark the first nuclear arms race between world superpowers since the end of the Cold War. Peskov's comments came as National Security Advisor John Bolton, reportedly a key voice in calling for the deal to be torn up, met with Russian security chiefs in Moscow on Monday ahead of talks with Putin on Tuesday. Peskov accused America of making the world a more dangerous place and said Russia would be forced to act to restore the balance of military power. "This is a question of strategic security. Such measures can make the world more dangerous," he said. "It means that the United States is not disguising, but is openly starting to develop these systems in the future." Share this article. Share. If these systems are being developed, then actions are necessary from other countries, in this case Russia, to restore balance in the sphere. President Putin had repeatedly said that the demise of the treaty would force Russia to take specific steps to protect its own security. President Trump said on Saturday that Washington would withdraw from the treaty, which was signed by President Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev in 1987. The pact bans either country from developing short or medium-range missiles and was instrumental in bringing about the end of the Cold War. America has accused Russia of breaching the treaty by creating the Novator 9M 792, which has an estimated range of 3,000 miles. But Peskov noted that Washington has not given official notice of leaving the treaty, and even once that has happened, there will be a 6-month cooling-off period. That means the question of Russia developing its own new intermediate-range missiles was not for today or tomorrow, he said. Trump's National Security Advisor John Bolton is due to hold talks with senior officials in Moscow later on Monday and to meet Putin on Tuesday. Peskov said Trump's decision to quit the pact would obviously be a subject for discussion and that Moscow was looking for a detailed explanation for why Washington had decided to turn its back on the treaty. Russia denied U.S. accusations it had breached the treaty, said Peskov, alleging that the United States had been steadily undermining it. Putin has said many times that the United States de facto is taking measures that are eroding the conditions of this treaty, said Peskov, referring to strike drones and anti-missile systems capable of destroying short and intermediate-range rockets.